What's up, witches and warlocks? Puma Fist here. So on this lazy Sunday, this cloudy, lazy Sunday, it looks like it's about to start pouring down rain. We're going to talk about the difference between Trump and Desantis. And my personal prediction is that it's going to be Desantis. Desantis is going to run in 2024, and I think he's also going to win. And on a side note, I also think it's going to be him against Gavin Newsom. Gavin Newsom's going to be the Democratic nod because Biden's out. Kamala Harris doesn't have a chance. So anyway, differences between Trump. Well, let's start with Trump first of all. What was Trump good at? Trump was good at rattling the cage. When he came in, he was a bull in a china shop. He attacked the media like right off the bat for being liars. And I think, personally, that is the best thing that Trump ever could have done. And I think it's going to be his legacy. I don't even think he needs a second term. He did his job just by attacking the media and exposing them for the pieces of shit that they are. Now, let's take a look at Trump's presidency here. What did he do? Well, he promised a lot of stuff that he never delivered on. And now I know there's going to be pushback. People are going to be like, well, he got stonewalled by the Democrats. True, he did. But he also made a bunch of promises of shit that he never really intended to keep. The border wall, he could have got that done. It wasn't just getting blocked by Congress and the Senate. He could have pushed the issue and gotten it finished. But it wasn't a priority. Let's see, what else did Trump accomplish? Well, I guess the big argument that people are making right now is that his SCOTUS picks eventually ended up leading to the end of Roe versus Wade, which personally I don't, it's a good decision from SCOTUS, but that was never a fucking major issue with me. I always ignored Roe versus Wade anyway, and I think most states did too. They were still making laws where they were making it outlawed. So anyway, another thing that Trump is getting credit for. His SCOTUS picks, which if people didn't die and didn't retire, he wouldn't have got those anyway. So that's kind of an inorganic thing for to give Trump credit for. Let's see, what else did Trump do? Well, honestly, that's pretty much about it. Bad things that Trump did. What did Trump do? Well, he's the president in modern times since Clinton. Trump has single-handedly done more to erode the Second Amendment than anybody else. Banning bump stocks after the Vegas shooting. Terrible fucking decision. Terrible fucking decision. And also, under Trump's administration, we got our ammunition shortage and the price hikes. Trump could have done something about that. Where's his executive orders where he could assign a thing? Hey, let's make it cheaper for ammunition manufacturers to keep doing what they're doing. Let's deregulate them. He didn't do that. He also signed that stupid fucking omnibus bill right when he first got elected. That $4 trillion fucking bill created the Space Force. What the fuck is Space Force for? The fuck is it doing? Really? What are they doing? We can't even get to the moon again. If we ever made it there in the first place. That's another whole can of worms. But we can't even do that. So what is Space Force for? What, dealing with satellite warfare? We're going to shoot each other's satellites down? Well, that's kind of a terrestrial thing anyway, because satellites are just all in low Earth orbit. And nothing is happening with Space Force. What news have we heard about it? What are they doing with it? It's nothing. It's just some sort of weird virtue signal. I don't know. I care about the military. Fast tracking the COVID vaccine. Taking credit for that, which is wildly unpopular. The vaccine that's caused shitloads of problems and people are still getting sick, quote unquote, still getting sick with COVID, even though they've been quadruple and quintuple vaxxed. Okay. Good job, Trump. You made a solution to a problem that really didn't exist in the first place. Awesome. And what else did Trump do? Well, going back to his bull in the china shop philosophy, he just managed to piss everybody off. Now, I personally don't have a problem with that. I like pissing people off too. But in the arena of politics, it's done him no favors. It's done him absolutely no favors. And if he does run in 2024 and he does get elected, nothing is going to get done because the Democrats are going to quadruple down on their efforts that they did the first time. They're just going to keep hammering him and hammering him and hammering him. And his policies or whatever he's trying to get done, nothing is going to happen. He will get zero accomplished. So that leads me to Desantis. All right. My personal thoughts on Desantis. When he first ran for governor in Florida, and I am a Floridian, when he first ran for governor, I wasn't that impressed with him. I knew that Trump was endorsing him, but he was kind of timid and he looked shy in front of the cameras. And then he ran against Gillum and almost lost to Gillum, the drug-dealing, homosexual black dude that was dealing with the feds, underhanded deals. Yeah, he almost lost to that guy. Luckily, he managed to squeak his way into the governorship, and I'm thankful for that. But once he got in, he really started doing a lot of things good. DeSantis took off, his confidence grew, and he's really turned Florida around from being a state that used to be known as the laughingstock of the United States. Now we're the state that everybody else wants to be. Everybody wants to be Florida. And I think where DeSantis really started to take off was during COVID. He was like, hey, we're not shutting down. We're not doing that. This is a tourist economy. If we shut down, this is going to ruin the entire economy of this state, and we're not playing along with that. So he shut all that down. He shot down mandates, mask mandates, and wasn't allowing the federal government to step in and step all over businesses here. He did a phenomenal job. And then after that, after all the COVID stuff is passed, I mean, he's been going hard against all of this Democratic creep into CRT and the LBGT community, trying to get into schools and teach our kids, that homosexuality is the way to be, trannies are fine. He's really just knocked that out of the park. He's not putting up with any of their shit. And the reason is, and here's why I like DeSantis, okay? And here's the big difference between him and Trump. DeSantis is a lawyer. He's a JAG lawyer. And his job was to defend, the special forces of the United States through international law overseas. Operations were going on. DeSantis' job was to defend these guys. So as far as foreign policy goes, if DeSantis is going to run as president, I think he's got foreign policy down pretty well already. Trump was really good at that. Trump knew how to handle people from different countries, being a real estate mogul and having dealings all over the world. Trump was, I'll give him credit for that. Trump was excellent at handling different nationalities. He understands the customs of the Chinese, the Japanese, the Russians. He understands it all, and he knew how to deal with them. I think DeSantis has the same thing on his side as his time as a lawyer for the military. I think he understands international policy and how to deal with these people too, especially since he was dealing with lawyers from those countries. And we're also dealing with international treaties and things like that. I think DeSantis is going to be absolutely excellent on foreign policy. The other thing too with DeSantis is, just like Trump, DeSantis gets attacked by the media, but DeSantis knows how to handle them better. DeSantis knows that, okay, if they're attacking you with something that you know is bullshit, here's how DeSantis handles it. He goes, that's absolute crap. What you're saying is a lie, and we're not going to spend any more time on that. Here, I'm moving on to my next topic, my next thing that I have to deal with. Whereas Trump would get butthurt and he would still get on Twitter and, try to pick fights and sling shit with people. That's not what we need. DeSantis, when he gets attacked in the media, just completely turns a blind eye to it. He addresses it and then just ignores it and moves on with his agenda. And I think that's what we need for America right now. Are we going to lose a good governor if DeSantis runs for president? Yeah, Florida's going to be in bad shape. And I really hope that if DeSantis does run in 2024, that he's going to make sure that whoever takes his place as governor has got to follow the same chain of command that he was doing. He's got to make sure that this state stays on the same track that we're on, because Florida is #1 right now. It's undeniable. Man, this is going to be a wild midterms. We're going to find out as soon as the midterms here. We're going to find out who's running and what's going on. I also think that if DeSantis decides that he wants to run and try to primary Trump, Trump's going to turn into a big baby on that and start slinging shit at him. That remains to be seen, but that's my prediction. If DeSantis decides he's going to primary Trump, Trump is going to turn into a big baby and try to attack DeSantis. And there you go. Another reason why we don't want Trump as president again. It's pretty simple. America is on a fucking fast track for going down the shitter fast. And we need somebody that's going to get in there, that's going to be strong, that's going to ignore all the personal attacks, have an agenda, and push forward and get it done. Anyway, I'm just rambling on this Sunday. The thunder's starting up right now. It's about to start pouring down rain. Let me know what y'all think. Do you think Trump is going to be the candidate, or do you think DeSantis is going to primary him? And if DeSantis does primary him, do you think Trump's going to attack DeSantis? All right, that's it for today, folks. Let me know what you think. Puma Fist out.